Oh, we're going live, and we're live. Check the channel of mine, see if we're up.
Yeah, give me a minute. Best turn the volume down so we don't get backfire. It's on. Is it working? Give me a minute. It is working.
We're live.
Yeah.
You hear yourself?
Yeah, the first thing I say is that we just turn the volume down.
Okay then. Hey guys, welcome to collaboration video. I'm not sure what number we're on of collaborations, but this is the next one on our. Okay, first, thank you, Adam. This is collaboration number 3, according to Adam, for us, and I think this is the first time we haven't done something Beast Quest related. It may have been. Was the other two Beast Quest?
The first one was ranking the specials, and the second one was our top 20 of Beast Quest books. So yes,
but today, as you can tell from the title, we're finally doing Disney villains. So yes. I should also mention Adam is in this video. So say hi, Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam.
Yes.
Seen you before. Collaborations.
Of course, Disney villains. This is going to be overall Disney villains. So don't expect us to do. Oh, do the separate Pixar villains. Do the separate anime because we just do it in one playlist. Get out of the way. They're all going in there. Sadly for me, not many of other genres made my cut. Mainly it was 2D animation. I'm sure Adam is probably the same.
All of my villains are animated. So.
Yeah. But yeah, so the way this will be working is what we're gonna be doing, I'm assuming Adam's doing the same, is that we're gonna be showing our images of the villain, and then we'll talk out through. Hopefully we'll get a joint spot. Adam has honorable mentions, I do not, so he's gonna have to go first for a few spots solo. I think 2 maybe. I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, Adam.
Yeah, I got 2.
But yeah. So with that being said, I hope you guys do enjoy. And I'm doing most of the talking here because Adam was supposed to be collaborating with me. So I'll let Adam take the lead as this begins the first honorable mention for him. Off you go, Adam. I should also mention that Adam is basing this off a different note. I'm doing it based off most intimidating. He's doing it based on.
I'm doing it based on effectiveness they were as a villain, their defeat, and just my fast out opinion to them. So.
With that being said, Adam.
Before I reveal the honorable mentions, don't worry, Lucas will also reveal more than one villain in separate spots because he can't choose between them apparently. But with that being said, let's start with the first honorable mention, which is and then you turn the brightness down.
Oh, I see it. I mean, you'd change it to be better, but I know who that is.
Yeah, that is Yzma.
Yeah, it is Yzma if you can't make it out, guys. I can make it out though.
Yeah, it's a good thing you can make it out. I can't make it out. And someone.
Oh, it so was my reflection in the camera.
Yeah. Okay. There we are. That's better.
There you go.
Sorted it. Hey,
don't be fooled by Kronk. He's not evil.
Yeah, I just wanted Kronk there just because Kronk is actually the reason why Yzma's on this list to begin with. So
that's a bit harsh, but okay, go on then.
Well, first things first. Yzma took control of the Emperor's palace, temple thing.
Empire.
By simply turning him into a llama, which is bizarre, odd, and also kind of funny. And then there's a whole bunch of a slapstick chase kind of thing going along where he's trying to get the llama before the llama gets back and defeats. It is a strange film, The Emperor's New Groove, but it's still a great one. The defeat, well, who doesn't like an adorable little kitty cat? So there's not really much to say about Yzma. Like I said, reason why he's here, Kronk.
As for intimidation factor, what would you say is the most intimidating thing for Yzma?
Her look.
I would say it's that one moment where Kronk walks into the tent. I'm not going to say any more.
Oh God. Okay, and I do have a second honorable mention because Lucas has 2 tied spots, so I need to say this honorable mention as well. Oh, that was loud. And here we are.
Cruella Deville.
Yeah, Cruella Deville. Now this one was going to be on my top 10 list, but I remembered another villain which I liked more than Cruella.
No. Oh, really?
You're gonna hate me for that one, by the way. But Corella just flat out rather simplistic, but in a good way of simplistic, which is why she's on this list to begin with. The defeat, simple car collision with her henchmen Jasper and Horace, but they are not the best bounty hunters around. And effectiveness, she was probably one of the few which weren't very close to achieving her goal. Nowhere near, to be exact.
I'm sure, like a lot of people are questioning, but Yzma's more powerful than Cruella. So why would you put a sorceress a bit behind than a average day London-esque woman?
The honourable mentions are in no particular order.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
No opinion.
I mean, for the most intimidating moment for you from Cruella was
her demonic look when she was driving after the Dalmatians.
Oh yeah, you got a point. I was gonna say that when she's walking up to the door of the window, but no, you got a point.
Yeah. So that was my two honourable mentions because I was allowed only two. So.
All right, now let's get our devices ready for our reveals of our first top 10 villain. Luckily, mine does not share a spot with someone.
Mine doesn't either. So.
Right then. So, yes. That being said, let's get through this. You're either going to do the countdown.
3, 2, 1, go. The countdown's actually fitting for.
Mine's bigger than yours. Done. Randall, huh? You probably don't know who Bill Sykes is anyway.
Bill Sykes from Oliver and Company.
Yeah, you do know. So who do you want to go first? Do you want to go first or second?
Do you want to go first?
All right, it's fine. You see, so you know about Oliver Collab, have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Okay, this is a spoiler for Adam. Bill Sykes is on this list because the scariest thing about him is he's a villain you could come across in real life. He has two Dobermans that are his dogs that go around and they bully stuff and break stuff, and they're intimidating along their own rights. But I think the most intimidating about this guy is that he's willing to do whatever it takes just to get his money, even threaten a homeless man and kidnap a little girl, willing to kill her in order to get his way. There's a chase sequence where he would literally go after them on his car, and he was so obsessed to get his money, he went on the train tracks. He didn't care if his car could drive on it, and he would rip the tires off, broke his steering wheel, smashed his car to bits until he got so insane the train ran over and killed him.
Gosh.
What is it with these Disney villains and crazy driving?
Yeah, don't worry. My Disney villain, well, technically Pixar, doesn't drive.
And there's also a scene on the phone when he's captured the little girl. He's talking to someone on the phone about how to kill someone. And when the dog's also dressed up as this pizza guy at one point. And then what's his first objection to seeing a pizza guy? He grabs a pistol.
Oh, okay.
But you can see why Sykes is on this list if he's a realistic villain.
Yeah, very realistic.
But yeah, most intimidating thing about him was, I would say, that whole big chase sequence at the end, because it's just phenomenal. Again, if you haven't seen Oliver and Company in its entirety, Adam, I recommend for Bill Sykes, you gotta give it a watch. And since you're also a dog person, so there's that too.
I watch films for the villain, solely for the villain. That's it.
Well, then there's your motivation, though. But yeah, that's what I've got to say on Bill. I would have put him. You're probably wondering why he's this low, but when you think about it, he is at the end of the day an average human being. So,
if it helps, I wasn't wondering why he was this low because I don't know much about him.
Right then, Randall.
Yeah, Randall. What to say about him? First of all, the countdown to reveal Randall was actually very fitting because there's a countdown before the scarers going to scare, but that's besides the point. I mean, his whole plan with the inclusion of Mr. Waternoose was to kidnap children from the real world just to extract their screens to keep the factory in business and the town or city that they're in running on electricity. Problem is, though, that is very, very wrong. And Randall actually looks like a character I saw in my nightmares when I was a kid.
Okay, now we know who your monster is.
Yeah. I think also another reason why I had to have him on this list is for his ability to go invisible and all that.
But it's not really invisible, it's more of a chameleon.
Yeah, that is what he's based off. Yeah, but for some reason when I was a kid I always thought Randall was a girl. So
What?
Color stereotypes, that's me.
Because he's purple, he has to be a woman.
Yeah. I think his defeat, it was fitting for what movie he was in. Well, what movies he was in. And it was a good link back to A Bug's Life with the whole Pizza Planet trailer, vehicle, the trailer, and of course the bug zapper that killed a bug. It was a good callback to the other Pixar films, which what Pixar is known for. And like I said, he was very effective. He was kind of close compared to other villains, which I have to mention. But the reason why he's held back is because he did it with the permission of Waternoose, which is the main villain behind that whole plan.
You think Waternoose was the main villain?
I prefer Randall, but Waternoose.
I think that's the thing that people can ask. Why was Waternoose not on your spot instead of Randall? Why was he chosen?
Well, because Randall, because this is partially my opinion, I prefer Randall more than Waternoose. Simple as.
Same.
I do like the chase scene between Waternoose and Sully, though. So that was something. But then again, there's a chase scene in the actual door.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What would you say is the most intimidating part about Randall for you when it came to that movie?
I think it just has to be. This might be a bit bland, and I may be forgetting something, but it just has to be his stare.
Is there any particular point we're talking about?
Right before Boo's about to get a scream extracted, or when he's just lurking around stalking someone, or maybe that interrogation scene with Mike.
Oh, okay.
There's a bunch of moments. Really.
I do like that scene about the whole clock thing.
Yeah,
because Mike is just stupid. Even I could have worked it out.
God bless Mike.
But yeah, pretty good. I understand why you put him on here. Right, so we're on number 9. This is where I get to my shared spot now.
Just so you know, you're not going to understand why this one's here.
So for this one, since it's a shared spot, I kind of have to show two images at once. So I've got to quickly type in one villain, unless I get another tab out to show the other villain.
Okay, have fun.
Bear with me. As of this moment, who talked first last time?
You did.
All right, you go first because I need to type in 2 villains anyway, and then get to tab out. So I'll show you villain real quick, and I'll look.
3, 2, 1. Have some candy.
Well, luckily it's not the same, so you're fine. Go on, I'm listening. I'm just typing here.
I'll be surprised you had King Candy on your list. So King Candy. Obviously, like pretty much everyone, he's not the best villain, and not everyone likes him. The reason why he's on my list, though, is because of the actions he's done. Technically, he has won with his plan to rule over a video game and just stay recognizable to an extent, but still seem like he matters after the stunt he pulled back when he was first introduced. Took over Sugar Rush as the king. Took over Rush as the king, and made the real rule of the game non-needed. His defeat was also quite fitting, as he was part bug, and as we know with some of the other battle videos I do, bugs are attracted to light. Unfortunately, though, this one killed him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was a
Quite
very as for the most intimidating scene for him, I want to say it's when his cyborg form is revealed. No, I take that back. It might have been when his turbo form was revealed. Because here's the thing: when you say King Candy is the villain, it's more of Turbo is the villain. It's more of King Candy a disguise.
Yeah, I did put King Candy / Turbo here, but I couldn't find a picture of King Candy and Turbo.
We got a comment. Insert name here says Lucas. Will you ever let a more experienced writer judge your fiction? I'm not sure what you mean by that comment. I mean, if you mean someone judging it,
yeah,
experienced writer judge my fiction. I mean, that would be something, but I've no problems with them judging it.
Yeah.
All right, now to reveal mine. All right, which villain do you want me to reveal first? Obviously, Sean Yu is in this spot, so I'm going to reveal him already.
Yeah, how about the one I know?
Nah, so Sean Yu's right there. Look, we can do this. Yep, so Sean Yu comes at number 9, with the number 9 spot, and who does he share it with? He shares it with this intimidating person.
Yeah, that one.
So, Sean Yu or Sabor, who shall I start with?
Let's start with Sean Yu. Sean Yu. Yeah.
Do Malekith? Oh gosh, is this going to be another custom chat now? Great. Oh boy. Every time. All right, so Sean Yu easily is very intimidating. The thing that is the most intimidating about him, that nothing phases him. Even at the end when he discovers Mulan is a woman, I do appreciate he's the only male who doesn't really care and just still sees her as a threat, as an equal, and just goes for it. He's most determined to destroy her. He's the only villain, or the only character in that movie who actually he didn't care about that concern, that whole big rule about you're a woman. Everyone else, well, to be fair, I know the sidekicks didn't, but that was a progression on their adventure. Straight away, Shiny doesn't care. Not because of you.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, it's not a custom request. I'm assuming he means about like a MCU villain ranking or something, because I can't understand what he's talking about there.
Maybe. Malekith is voiced by one of my favorite actors, so I can't really.
I mean, I'll agree with you on that, but a bit off topic. But also Shan Yu, or Shan Yu, how you want to pronounce it. Very intimidating, like I said. That whole scene of the snow and the mountain is being put up there. One of Disney's best scenes in their golden Renaissance era. Up there with the chase sequence in The Lion King and the Stampede, which is obviously based off it. And that whole rundown was pretty awesome. And the music building up by Jeremy Goldsmith, one of the greatest composers of our time before he passed away. So that was awesome to hear. And I also dig that he has a cool sword, a nice falcon. And of course, even though he doesn't get much to do in the movie, he still feels an imposing threat. When you see that burned village down, you still see the impact that he had. So overall, I just love it. And I do like the whole fact, even though he dies, you get his sword as a trophy, so he'll be remembered in a way. So it's a pretty awesome villain who's very imposing. And even though he has smaller numbers at the end, he still proves an effective Disney villain. How would you improve Malekith? Also, how many books did you study on writing? What the? Me? I did a bit of research, obviously, from different fiction, from Beast Quest to sci-fi and all that, just to figure out where I would put a series like the Linksy series. But again, insert name, I appreciate that you're enjoying the Linksy series, but I am trying to get the video focused on the Disney stuff. So, but again, I appreciate the comments. So next is Sabor. Okay, so Sabor. Okay, my phone's about to go on 3%, so I'm putting it on charge right now. So Sabor, where did I put my charge? My best hurry. Oh, it's right there. This is just a great day for me. I'm working here.
Please ignore this brief intermission whilst Lucas is trying to get his stuff sorted out.
Right, so Sabor, great villain that he is. The thing, you can see why it was hard to choose to put which one higher, because both of them are intimidating. Sabor, I'd say, is more intimidating because looking at him alone, you can see why. And Shan Yu, while he's not as intimidating as Sabor, he still has more. He's easy to understand because he's a humanoid villain. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes. You can actually understand.
Obviously, Sabor being a very powerful. I think Sabor was a better villain than Clayton because of how primal and vicious he was. Again, he's another one of those more realistic type of Disney villains because, well, realistically, jaguars I think he's supposed to be a leopard. I think he's a leopard, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I think leopards genuinely would be that type of way. So, but I think that makes him stand out amongst all leopards is that he looks more vicious. Now, if Sabor is supposed to be a female, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure Sabor's a dude.
I won't know. I mean, I forgot Sabor existed, so.
Yeah, even though he didn't have much to do, mind you, he does have a long lifespan for a leopard from babyhood Tarzan to adult Tarzan. So, and according to some people, I said, "Oh, the lifespan of a leopard is 17 years," and I don't give a shit. Does Tarzan look 17 to you?
Wait, hold on. Even if it was 17 years, Sabor was fully grown when Tarzan first saw him, and fully grown when Tarzan fought him.
You might need to speak up, Adam.
Basically, either that's a different Sabor and it's just Sabor's child, or basically, this is genetically engineered Sabor.
Yeah, I'll probably do more obscure characters in the Linksy series. I can barely hear you, Adam.
Oh, no. Can you not hear me?
Try yelling.
I don't want to yell because hold on. Can you not hear me?
Oh, I can hear you just about.
Oh dear. Oh my god.
Can you hear yourself?
No, I'm quiet in this as well. I'm just going to leave and rejoin.
Okay.
Ignore this brief intermission.
Well, he'll be back. Bear with us, guys. There is a rain. There is a bit of rain where I'm at right now, ladies and gentlemen. So if you can hear anything in the background, that's what that is. Huh. Now we just gotta wait for Adam to return and he'll be fine. Oh, there he is. He's back. We just click, add, and click. Now we just gotta wait for him to show up. There he is. How's the audio now?
I don't know. Is it better?
You will hear yourself on the live thing.
Well, okay. Hold on. Give me a minute. Hold on. Do I hear myself? Yeah.
Can you hear yourself?
Hold on. Yeah, I can hear myself. Yeah, I can hear myself.
All right. So we've done our number 9 spot again. I think it was easy. It was. You can see why it was tough to choose between those two, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but because I forgot Sabor existed, I know which one I would choose over that. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a good hearing.
I forgot that Sabor existed, so I would choose Shan Yu over that though. So.
Do Bloodsport, please. You know, I feel like this video is going to be mainly a lot of custom requests.
I feel like.
Anyway, though, moving on to number 8, which I've already revealed, so Adam already knows what number 8 is. But I'm going to get the image up regardless.
Oh yeah.
What's? Yeah. I'm assuming you've got your number 8 spot going up.
Yeah. 3, 2.
I ain't got 1. My shot up yet, Adam.
Your own time, love.
Ugh. Must keep typing, no matter how difficult it is. Give me a shot of the villain already. Thank you. I'll take this.
You done?
I just need to click the shot. No, I wanted the other shot. Thank you. Keep it. All right. All right, choose a. I hate when cameras tilt. Ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
I got Maleficent. Yeah, Adam knew this. Well, Dr. Facili, I mentioned this on your list, and you said he wasn't there, unless you changed your mind.
You didn't ask if he was on my list. You just briefly mentioned him. You didn't say.
Okay, then so he is on your list.
Yes,
whatever, fine. Who went first last time?
I did, so it's your turn.
Well, need I say more why Maleficent would be on this list? I mean, well, Maleficent's one of the most popular Disney villainesses ever, so I don't really blame people for not understanding why she's on this list, to a point where she's actually gotten her own series made of her own live action, which isn't my personal favorite because I way prefer the classic Maleficent over the Angelina Jolie one. I'm sure Adam will agree with me on that.
I have not seen Sleeping Beauty.
Okay, then. Have you seen Maleficent's live action stuff? Well, do yourself a favor and watch the original, please. Because I get shafted on for these new live action remakes. But yes, Maleficent, brilliantly wicked. And why does she act so evil and do all these evil things in Sleeping Beauty? You want to know why?
Is it because she wasn't invited to
yes.
the Aurora's birth?
Oh, because she was not invited to a party and they said, get out.
Damn.
Okay. I'll just put my gift in the oven and curse the land and search this child for 16 years and blah, blah, blah. But still, she's loving every minute of it. Until she couldn't find the child, she's willing to go all the way. Just if you mess with Maleficent, she'll go to the extremes just to get her way. To a point where she has she has an army, she has her Crow Diablo, and then she has all her different incantations and magic. And I think the scariest scene about it was I'll probably just noticing, but there are two moments. It's like when she's like Prince Philip is going to see Aurora, which is the real princess's name, but he doesn't know that's the princess, so she's called Briar Rose. So he goes to see her, and he knocks on the door, and you hear Maleficent, come in. Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, he falls for that creepy crap, but yeah, he falls for it. And then the next intimidating scene for you is not the dragon scene. I know, I love the dragon scene regardless. It's awesome. But for me, this is the creepiest thing about Maleficent is like when Raya Rose learns that the person she's been seeing is actually the prince. No, she doesn't learn he's the prince. She learns she's a princess, right? And she's supposed to be married to a prince. But the guy she's been seeing is the prince, but she doesn't know that, right? So she thinks that this guy, she's not going to see him again because she has to marry this prince. Will you move so far?
I think I need to watch the film because I do not understand what you're saying.
Okay, let's start again. Rose sees a guy, right?
Yeah.
This guy is the prince. She doesn't know it, right?
Yeah.
She's told she is a princess and she's betrothed to a prince. But she doesn't know the guy she's been seeing is that prince. So she's upset because she doesn't think she's going to see this guy anymore. Okay?
Yeah.
Right. This leads into the creepy. She cries, obviously. Well, this is where we get the creepiest scene of the movie, where you hear this weird choir going on. Oh, dun. And it builds up to Maleficent in the fire. You see just her eyes and then she goes into this trance and it all builds up to the spindle thing. But yeah, that is the creepy scene. And you'll see what I mean when you get there. Yeah, good luck, Adam. No pressure.
Okay.
But yeah, that is Maleficent for me. Great villain, had a great final boss fight, great overall. I mean, back in the early Disney Disney stuff, I was always watching it because of how it was impactful. Also, I'm a bit biased to this movie because it came out on my mum's birth, so. But yeah. All right then. That's what I got to say in mine. So your shot.
Dr. Facilier.
Or the Shadow Man.
Yeah, but I don't know why lots of people don't know his name. Like,
I even know his name.
There's so many people that called him by the Shadow Man, but his name is Dr. Facilier. I just honestly I just like him for his villain song.
Oh, don't tell me he's solely here for that, because if that's the case, he could have saved that for a lower ranking.
No, he's not solely there for that. He's also there for his defeat being probably one of the most horrifying ones, being literally dragged to your grave. And he wasn't close with his whole plan being completed. And if you ask me, I personally think his death was a bit rushed. But he's a sly, crafty villain, and those are the attributes I look for, as well as one that sets a memorable impacts with the impact that he sets is the color combination of purple and black, which is a combination I wouldn't think is a good combo, but actually quite nice. And of course, like I said, he's got a great death, and also he's got a very loyal henchman in it being his shadow. Hence why he's called the Shadow Man, because he has a shadow with a mind of his own.
And he only has one. He only gets more power when he makes a deal with the underworld.
Yeah.
So he's not really that powerful. But I will admit though, he is weak to a certain degree, because while he appears to be powerful, he's only really powerful on two things. One, he needs help from others, both from the undead and slaves, like Lawrence, obviously. He even says, like, fun facts about voodoo. Can't conjure a thing for myself. That's why he's always needing people.
Yeah.
So don't make a deal with him. It's just because he's more needing of you than you are needing of him, like Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah. Well, I got my number 7 up, and I just
that's it. Number 7 for me. Oh, I've got to get this one up. So I need to type in.
It's not a joint spot, is it?
No, it's not. My next joint spot comes at 3. So a little bit of a while. And looking at this, look at the time on that video. We're already at 30 minutes in, and we're already at this is going to be an hour-long video, isn't it? It is.
Yeah.
Why?
Probably. I don't know why we always do long videos.
I don't know how it turns. I just didn't know how time flies. But yeah.
I guess in the image.
Where is he at? I need his image. Okay, I'm gonna go with. Oh god, he has so many intimidating shots, so I don't know which to choose from. I'll go with this one. Oh, there's the shot I was looking for. Go back, there it is. I'll go with that. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, well, I'm ready as well. So in 3, 2, 1, number 7 is. For me, it's Hades, and for your one, I do not know that one.
This is the Shadow Blot, a monster villain created by a Disney character.
I'm guessing that Disney character is Maleficent.
No, the creator of this is the Shadow Blot, and what he does is he's literally imagine. Have you ever seen Roger Rabbit?
No.
Okay. Imagine a liquid that can destroy toons if in contact with it.
Okay.
That's what it does. And who created this giant monster of chimera proportions? Mickey Mouse.
Oh.
Mickey Mouse doomed Disneyland by accident. And I'll get to that later. But yeah, who's going first on this one?
I think it's my turn to go first.
Off you go.
Yeah, and honestly, I just found it very funny that my number 8 was Dots of CDA, and he has help with people from the underworld, and Hades is the god of the underworld. So I find that kind of fitting, but that's not why I put him here. I put him here because A, he's hilarious. He steals every scene he's in. B, he's a god. He's a god. He's very efficient with what he does. He may have a low temper, but he is able to control himself and not only recruit great monsters, but also using those monsters to take over Mount Olympus and basically be the new king of the gods. But that's not how that works. So yeah, but I personally find him hilarious to watch, and he's much better than his henchmen, which were meant to be funny. Sorry, Pain and Panic, but you're not funny. But yeah, his defeat was also, I think, kind of fitting with what he does. That's all I can really say about that. But not really much else to say about him. I just love him for how goofy and funny he is.
Oh, by the way, I think we talked over this, but this is back to the Dr. Facilier. What would you say was his most intimidating moment? And then you can say that for Hades.
Oh, Dr. Facilier's most intimidating moment? Probably at the end of his song, where he just leans up towards the camera, says "hush," and then it just fades to the color.
Yeah, I agree with that shot there.
And Hades, I don't really know for Hades. I don't want to.
I have a moment.
I don't want one of the moments for Hades being the one where he has red hair, like where he's like angry, letting out his anger. I think it's at the beginning of his first shot when he's just hiding in the shadows, just casually making his way up towards Zeus and Hercules.
Oh, for me, the intimidation factor is where it's my favorite part of the game: sudden death. I mean, that's intimidating.
Yeah,
because like he's not joking around; he seriously wants him dead. That's when Hades actually acting serious.
Yeah, there's also another scene with Hades in, which isn't for intimidation purposes alone, but it does kind of break the fourth wall by when he just says, "The Trojans, hey, they're best on the wrong horse." That is a good link to some history facts there, which I find kind of funny. So,
oh, there is another intimidating scene with him. It's where after like he's got no weaknesses, and then she turns around like there's that big creepy smile, like I think he does.
Oh god.
Okay, good work for you, Hades. It's not you don't need to be a scientist to figure that out. Hi, Adam. Hi, Alex. Hi, Jack.
Hello.
Okay, pretty good so far. But yeah, now on to the Shadow Blot. Adam has never played Epic Mickey, but I think he may want to now. It's on Wii, if you're wondering.
Oh wow, I have the console, so.
Because the reason why I got Epic Mickey is because like, it's the first game where they turn Epic Mickey into an intimidating badass character where he's got this epic pose and he's melting away and he's fighting this slime monster and it's like, ooh, edgy and creepy and stuff. So, but yeah, so the Shadow Block came to existence when Mickey was messing around with the sorcerer's stuff, like in the Fantasia stuff. The sorcerer, which is called Yensid, the guy who made the magic brooms and that short, you know what I mean? You ever seen Fantasia, that broom song? Dun, da, 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 da. Oh, come on. No. Okay, there's a sorcerer. Mickey works for him as a slave. Long story. Mickey messes with his stuff. He's making magic paints. One that creates, one that destroys. Mickey messes with it and creates the Shadow Block, a monster that can destroy toons. It goes into the Disney World and drags Mickey in, and Mickey comes across all these Disney characters along the way, and he finds the paintbrush, and he has to either turn the Shadow Block that he created to good or destroy it. And it's revealed that the Shadow Block has different forms. So the one you've seen throughout the game isn't really the main one. It's actually a form that looks kind of like this. This is the form of Shadow Blot that chases Mickey throughout the game, and it's revealed that that's not his true form, which actually looks like Oogie Boogie in a way.
Yeah, I was about to say, look, Boogie.
But yeah, so he takes that form, but it's revealed that that's not his actual form. His real form is massive in size, and it's actually trapped in a bottle until it's in the end of this big boss fight where you beat that form of the Shadow Blot. The massive form is revealed, and it's even 10 times more powerful. And it has like the heart of Disney inside it, which I think was either part of Mickey or Walt Disney himself and stuff. So it's really crazy and left up. There was a sequel to that game, but now sadly the studio closed down. But they left off with an iconic and memorable Disney villain to all Disney. I mean, like, if you would say the Disney villain who's like the destroyer of all Disney, that would be the Shadow Blot. So there we go. Iggy says, hi. You saw you're making a villain list. How about Bowler Hat Man from Meet the Robinsons? Anything you want to say on that, Adam? He's not on my list, I'm sad to say.
I know who you're talking about, but I haven't seen Meet the Robinsons.
And by the way, even if we did that movie, I wouldn't put him on the list. And not because I wouldn't put him on the list because I don't want to spoil the movie for Adam. But Adam, I'm sure I understand Iggy knows why I wouldn't put him specifically on the list, but another character in that movie. And
I know.
if Adam watches the movie, he'll know what I mean.
I know.
So yeah.
I know Meet the Robinsons had a good plot twist, which unfortunately I know. So
okay then.
I'll explain what that plot twist is to you later. But to a
I already know what the plot twist is because there's actually 2 plot twists in that movie.
Well, I'll let you know which one I know. To respond to Jack Griffith's question, what is both of your favorite Disney movies? For me, oh great, making me think now. I don't know. I like a lot of them, but I'm probably going to say it's a movie from the Renaissance.
Okay, he spoiled the twist.
Talk about the what?
You don't know?
No.
Okay, since Iggy already spoiled it, the bowler hat is manipulated by his hat because his hat is a robot.
I knew about the other one.
And which was?
The main character was taken to the future by his son.
All right, and the other twist is that I'm not going to say because it reveals like who the bowler hat guy is, and that's something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not going to say that unless someone else tells it and mentions in the comments. Jack says, "Would you guys do a review on Beast Quest Series 27 when it comes out?" Sure, I will be.
Obviously, that's what we do.
Do you think that the MCU should include the Greek gods? I've got no problem with that if they want to go that route.
They kind of got the what
Greek gods, not Norse ones, the Greek ones. Because Thor is Norse mythology, that would be Greek.
Yeah. So.
Anyway, though, most intimidating thing for the Shadow Blot, because I know you've said yours on Hades. For me, it's the scene. To be fair, any scene with the Shadow Blot is creepy. But for me, I guess it's when he's first created and he stares Mickey in the face. But yeah, that's what I'd say. But yeah, moving on.
Number 6.
Let's see. Besides, people who created the Shadow Blot went nuts with the artwork too. But anyway, though, moving on, my number 6 spot. Oh, I need to get this villain typed in. So who's going first for the next spot? Iggy says, do merchandise and finish for best villain of all time. I think it's about a custom request, sure. I may have done them already.
Well, he is on the Disney Channel, so that's probably a suggestion for a villain. But he's not really fitting. He's not fitting the attributes that both me and Lucas are doing it on. But I think. And
besides, even if you requested villains, our lists are already sorted, so nothing really matters about that.
I will say that Dr. Doofenshmirtz is probably the most sympathetic character of Phineas and Ferb.
Really, I haven't seen the show, so I wouldn't know what to say.
Oh wow! Damn.
I need to fix an image for my character. Oh, they actually have a statue of him in Disneyland? Okay. Okay, I've got my shot.
Oh, that definitely gave it away who the villain is, then.
Who?
I don't know. I haven't been to Disneyland.
All right, then. All right, so we're at our number 6 spot now.
Number 6, 3, 2, 1. Clayton. Oh, Hopper! Hopper, okay.
Oh my god, I feel bad. You have actually Clayton on your list, and I went for the other side of the coin. I did talk to you about Bug's Life.
Oh, Hopper. Hopper's great.
Isn't he on your list?
Unfortunately not, because I forgot about him.
Would you have put him on your list?
I would have swapped him out for King Candy. Because King Candy was the one I remembered last night.
Oh, here's the thing though. Are you willing to sacrifice King Candy for Hopper?
No, because technically they're both bugs, and I did have King Candy on my list originally.
Have you seen the Theorizer videos, and do you think they are crazy about your concern about his mental health? I'm not sure about his condition, to be honest. I haven't heard anything. I've just seen his videos recently. And I don't know if Adam knows about the Theorizer.
Who's that referring to?
The Theorizer is a YouTuber who does theory videos and stuff.
Yeah, but who's it referring to with their crazy and concerned about his mental health?
I think it's that Theorizer himself.
Right. No, I haven't seen the Theorizer. So.
All right then. So who's going first on this one?
You are, I think. Yeah, because I did.
What do I need to say about Hopper that hasn't already been said? How did you two meet? Adam saw me on YouTube and he liked me.
Beast Quest.
There we go. But yeah, so Hopper, great villain that he is. He doesn't have much to work with because the ants really are intimidated by him just by presence alone. You can easily see why when he just drops through the anthill. He just demands that respect and authority. And he uses fear intimidation as a weapon. And he's very impactful on the others. Like, even though just him alone seems that intimidating that this whole colony is scared to do anything. And it's like David Tennant in a way, where his voice is his weapon, and that turns everyone around. And that's what makes him stand out, because not many villains use their voice as their weapon as effectively as Tennant does. So I've never seen a villain do this to this extent. And the fact that he can do it to a whole colony of people where they won't rise up at all until the end, that's fascinating. But yeah, he's willing to threaten a little girl and no one does anything. And he knows that at this point, obviously. And when something goes wrong, he just demands more of his amount. Just because, like, he even quotes that, you're the leader. Everything is your fault. That's a politician quote there. Yeah. And then, I mean, as an intimidation factor, he has a few little moments here. You ants have a nice summer. We'll be back at the end of the season when the last leaf falls.
That's probably the most intimidating thing about him. That quote.
What, that?
In the last... Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm going to watch that movie, Adam, at some point, because that's fun. I mean, we both love it. There are other moments in that movie where he has intimidating little scenes. Where he's walking through he's not walking through the fire, but he's got a fiery background. That's the symbolic thing. There are several scenes about him that stick out. One of them is the seed scene. There's a seed sequence, both for the hero and the villain, where you see their perspectives on things. From Flick's point of view about the seed and Hopper's perspective on the seed. Flick's perspective is like, big things come from small beginnings cliche. Hopper's thing is like, just because there's one, it will start a revolution. And that's what he's literally in fear of. A lot of villains, not just Disney in general, they fear some villains do fear something about the hero, and they're afraid that their fears will come to fruition. I'm not sure if other villains, like other Disney villains have come to that, but even anime villains like Frieza have come to this, where like they fear this specific race, and if this race rises up in power, they will, and that there goes your meaning of life or your chance at life survival. My only problem with this villain is that even though he's so effective about how his meaning and goals are and ideals are, you could literally leave and find a smaller colony where you outmass them.
I believe they had a brief discussion on why they don't just leave. They said that shortly after Hopper's first visit in the movie.
I mean, I know why he says like, well, we need to keep them in line before they rise to power, and then they'll beat us. But like, you don't have to be beaten by them. You can literally find a smaller group of ants or like a smaller insect family or something. He doesn't have to go back. Therefore, you won't be attacked and overwhelmed. But even with that plot hole aside, I still enjoy Hopper for all that he gives. Great villain. Most intimidating factor, I've already gone over a bunch of quotes, and apparently I had a comic or like a little book back in the day where it says how he lost his eye from a bird eye attack, and that's how he got that detail. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, it kind of goes around in the full circle when you see how he dies.
It does. And another intimidating factor is where he smells Ada with the antennas. That's creepy too. But yeah. Lucas, do you have any video games that are good, that are bad, but it's a special bad, and which those bad games especially? A game that I don't like playing, but I enjoy it. It's this one game involving giant monsters, and I'm not really good at beat 'em ups. But yeah, that's what I got to say about Hopper. Which is funny because there was literally a grasshopper in our house one time, and my sister was scared about it. That was recent.
It's gonna take our food.
Anyway, your shot.
Clayton.
I mean, I love Clayton, but I like Sabor more. I mean, you can see why.
Yeah, I see
It
why.
was tough. He was tough.
I found it really ironic that you had Sabor, but then I had Clayton. But I get why you had Sabor because he's clearly more intimidating than Clayton.
I mean, the only thing that's memorable with Clayton, I mean, I like his death. At the same
Yeah,
time, though,
yeah.
don't he's
As to
still.
on the topic,
Yeah, I mean, I'll say my piece about Clayton after you said yours. Go ahead.
as we're on the topic of his death, that is probably the most intimidating factor about him because it's a very dark death. If
It
you
is.
ask me, it's the darkest of all of the Disney villain deaths. And unfortunately, Watch Mojo would agree with me if the Little Mermaid didn't exist. But I haven't seen the Little Mermaid, so I can't agree with that. But Clayton, even though he's just like a generic British hunter being hired to protect the British folk.
Similar to Gaston. Mind you, Gaston was German, but whatever.
No one's great like Gaston. No one shoots like Gaston.
All right, we're supposed to be talking about Clayton here, so.
Yeah. No one shoots like Clayton. No one gets hung like Clayton. No one falls to their death and gets killed by Clayton.
Is that all you've got to say?
Pretty much, yeah. I like
okay.
that he did. Like that he was able to get the majority of the crew of the ship on his side to basically poach and take the apes away from their natural habitat. And it shows that even though he was originally by himself, he has the persuasive capability, which we didn't see, to get people on his side. And
I mean, to be fair though, you saw that plot twist coming.
Yeah, because who doesn't? Because it's literally the stereotype of the mustache twirling villain.
The thing is though, that's what everyone's bullshit about him. Is like that's everyone's problem with Clayton is that he's so obviously the bad guy. It makes them like, why isn't it obvious for Jane and her dad?
Because well, Jane's dad is an idiot, and Jane is just love struck.
Now, the thing is, even though the thing to me is my defense for this is that I think for the writers, it's supposed to be that it's supposed to be played as a joke, and people don't see that. And it's like we're supposed to smile with the villain. So I think it's supposed to be intentional that it's obvious it's a twist. You know what I mean?
I do like that. During one of the montages, I can't remember what the song was called. I can't remember what it was called, but it's when Jane was teaching Tarzan about the human world.
Strangers like me.
Yes, I like that it just kind of shown Clayton steadily losing patience with Tarzan, trying to find out where the apes are. That's the key aspect I like about him. But like I said, most intimidating factor, his death.
I mean, Clayton is also a fun villain. I think all we need to say is the chalkboard says itself. Gorilla.
His artistic skill, magnificent.
I mean, that is a meme now. Gorilla.
Yeah.
Right there. Thank you. Moving on. Have you ever seen the show The Legends of Tarzan?
No.
Okay then. For you, I will be recommending it.
I have seen Tarzan 2 though, and that is an hour and a half of my life I'll never get back.
Very well.
Say about that.
Okay. Let's see. He's up next. I need to get my notes, which is funny because whatever. Okay. Number 5. There's going to be an eye roll here. Not like it's an eye roll like it's the same spot, which is I don't think it is. But for me, there's a bit of an eye roll because both of these. I'll let the scene take it for itself.
Jack Griffin says, which one of you two is the best at video games? And to respond to that, it just depends which video game.
Yes, it is. If it's action related.
You, probably.
If it's competitive, probably Adam.
Yeah, probably me. And also another question, Jack Griffin. Adam, I thought you did not like monkeys because of claw. Well, that's a bit controversial here. You're right, I do not like monkey-related beasts. However, Durog and Akort are mainly the good ones. But I don't have a vendetta against monkeys just because of one beast. Because, well, yeah. Well, the reason why I do like monkeys is because I went to a zoo once with my sister and it flew poo at my sister. I found that kind of funny. So, but yeah, I don't have a problem with monkeys. It's not my favorite animal. I prefer peacocks.
All right, ready for the next one?
Yeah, number 5.
I'll just give a shot in range. 1 second. When you're ready,
3, 2, 1.
you can just twill. The Poacher McLeach. You got Shan Yu for yours.
Yeah. Is that
yeah.
Rescuers Down Under?
Huh?
Is that Rescuers Down Under?
Yeah, Rescuers Down Under had a Poacher too. That's why I say it's an eye roll. But yeah, well, so this is another thing you don't know the shit about.
I don't.
So who's going first?
That would be me this time.
Oh God, go for it.
Shan Yu, what has been said about him that's not already been said?
More comments, by the way, Adam.
Yeah. Okay, let's check the comments. And snakes. Okay. First of all, as in you like snakes. Yeah, I love snakes. I like them, but peacocks number 1 still. Shan Yu. Well, to start us along. First of all, he has an army.
For a short period of time.
For a short period of time. Shan Yu, I have an army. Mulan, I have an avalanche. Oh. But yeah, he, as Lucas said, he is incredibly intimidating. The only reason why he was tied with Sabor is because I'm assuming because Shan Yu is human and Sabor is a leopard or genetically modified leopard, whichever one comes first. But I just love every line of dialogue he gives. Even now, this is the most intimidating fact about him, and I'm sure Lucas can agree with me here. How many messages does it take to deliver a message?
1.
That is honestly my favorite line from the entirety of that movie, and the best dialogue from nearly every villain. And I'm glad Shan Yu said that because it shows that he's not afraid to kill people if it just to deliver a message. Just show, yeah, I'm being serious about it. Do this or you're dead. Simple as. And like Lucas said, he doesn't care what gender the person is. If he sees them as a threat, he would not hesitate to kill them. And another thing is, it shows that he's been shown to be rather strong, as Mulan has struggled to lift his own sword up, while Shan Yu seems to swing it around like it's a stick. So Shan Yu is quite strong. And of course, his death celebrates the Chinese New Year, let's say.
There was one thing I didn't say about Shan Yu, and I wanted to say is that I like his motivation for why he's doing this in the first place, because he sees the wall as a challenge to his might.
Yeah, and he conquered the wall and then proceeded to invade China.
So he treats this as a game.
Yeah, which is also another intimidating factor.
He always takes the hard paths. No, the quickest way for the Emperor is through the mountain. Besides, the little girl wanted to be her doll.
Return it. Like I said, every line of dialogue.
Which is a shame that the voice actor passed away in 2017.
Oh, no.
Rest in peace, Miguel. You were a great actor. Right-ho. By the way, that actor was also in Jackie Chan Adventures, but you never got to season 4, so. Moving on.
Let's go to your villain.
Let's see. I had McLeach at number 5, didn't I? Added. So obviously Adam has not seen this movie, so this is going to be a bit of a no-brainer for him. So McLeach is a poacher like Clayton. The only thing about him that's different is that instead of being like, hiding like, hey, do this and I'm going to scheme and all this. Adam, congrats on hitting over 100 subs in the archive channel. Well, thanks.
Oh, thanks. Wait, who said that?
There will be a Q&A for that. I'm sure Adam will get it out at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're already we're nearly an hour in, and we're already at 5. Okay. But yeah, so McLeach, instead of being the pompous villain, like Gaston was, he takes a little boy hostage just for the location of a rare golden eagle because he finds that he has a feather on it, and says, "That's no secret, boy. I already got the father." And he's got the other feather, and he takes the boy, and he's like, "Oh, well, my mom will call the Rangers," and then he just throws his backpack to the crocodile, so there's evidence that it's actually, I outsmarted you, and they think you're dead, so they won't know that I have you, and that's why the mice have to go and rescue him, obviously. So there's your setup there. And throughout the entire movie, he's just doing intimidating scenarios, just torturing a poor boy just for location of an eagle. So he throws knives at him, he feeds him to crocodiles, he puts him in a cage. And then, I'm not going to go into detail. There you go. And he's also a fun villain, too. He makes sick jokes. He has a pet salamander. And he has a harpoon gun. So he also has a sniper rifle on his shotgun. The scariest thing about him, though, is he's a villain. So the way they meet, the boy falls into a hole trap that he set. He goes, by the way, he has this giant tank truck, and the first shot of him is him jumping over a flipping cliff with this truck. You get to see that full shot like in Lilo and Stitch, you know what I mean?
Damn.
Okay, I'm intimidated right now. And we haven't even met the driver yet. Oh yeah, he gets out, and then he's like, okay, it's a boy. So the way he actually helps him out the hole, here, grab my barrel of my gun. That's how he gets him out the hole. He's about to let him go until he finds the feather. So either he's honorable to a certain degree, or he's going to shoot the kid in the back.
I think it shows he is human. He will save people, but most of the time he will probably...
That's the thing about poachers is their issue is with animals. They would sometimes let people go until they become a threat to their plan. But yeah, McLeach, obvious, great villain. And if you're wondering, you want to know how he dies?
Let that be a surprise to me.
Okay, let's just say the water is not with him.
Right. Okay, I'm going to guess it was Rocket.
A bit of that. They turned around and ran away when they saw what was coming for him.
Okay. Well, I will leave that to
that's a movie I recommend we watch at some point. I don't care about this whole bullshit about you're like, I don't like watching new things. Well, you're watching The Rescuers Down Under, and if I have to drag you there.
Well, to be fair, like I kind of forced myself last week. So.
Oh look, Super agrees with you. It's Hades.
My favorite. Yeah. Hades. He's funny.
Right then, so that's what I've got to say. McLeach, intimidating moment for the movie. Oh, good God, what would I say about that? Either where he's trying to figure out the location of the eagle was a creepy scene there, or when he's throwing knives at the kids. So there you go. Or maybe that gun lifts out scene. But yeah.
Okay. Well,
obviously for you, you didn't say this for Clayton, but most intimidating scene for Clayton was obviously his death, I would imagine.
I did say that for place.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, so we're on to number.
Number 4. Shut out. Now this video is going to be like movie length.
Wow, the length of pretty much every movie.
You could watch a Disney movie at this time.
I hear the line.
Right. Have I got him up yet?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I've got him up. I just need to find a good shot for him. That'll do.
If we have a matching villain, that'd be great.
I don't think we will. When you're ready.
Just knocked my elbow against the table next to me.
Hurry up with the camera shit.
3, 2, 1, go.
Captain Barbosa.
Syndrome.
I'll get to him.
Oh, so Syndrome is on your list. Got it.
Well, you already knew that.
Yeah, I did know that. I believe it is your turn this time.
Then my turn to start. Captain Barbosa. I'm assuming you've seen Pirates of the Caribbean.
No.
Oh, for goodness sake. Is there anything you haven't seen?
Anything I haven't seen? Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. I can
Okay,
go
then.
on.
Can you do a YTP of Lego DC Supervillains? That's something to me. We'll see. What editor software do I use? Window, Filmora, something like that. Filmora 9. Something. Yeah, perhaps over chat. So for Captain Barbosa is the opposite. He's pretty much the anti-Jack Sparrow. And even though you haven't heard of Jack Sparrow, you pretty much know what he's like.
I know he's played by Johnny Depp. Does that count?
Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, then. Point is, in the first movie, he's the villain, and he's the type of villain who is very manipulative, like a lot of other villains that became before him. There's like, so, as in, as scenes go, there's a couple. Once, the whole point of his character is that he and his crew are cursed skeleton pirates, and they're trying to lift the curse so that they're not cursed anymore. Why do they want to be rid of their immortality? Is because while cursed, they feel hunger and loss of, hunger, drink. I can't feel the touch of a woman's flesh anymore. Okay.
Questionable, but okay.
Also, Barbosa's acts are very, for a pirate, are good. He's willing, like, for example, for like this girl called Elizabeth, and she's got this medallion. Says if you don't, I demand you leave, and if you leave, I'll give you back your medallion thing. And they're like, I'll drop it in the water if you don't get it. That's your intimidation. Drop it in the water. They could literally go down and pick it up. The worst thing is they're undead. They can just go underwater and pick it up, regardless of drowning, because it's not really going to kill them. But she doesn't know that at this point. But regardless, any person could just go down, swim under, and pick it up. That's not really the best threat. Any point is still stands. But she's all right. You're coming with us now. Like, that wasn't part of our deal. He's like, that wasn't part of the negotiations. And but I need to remember this specifically. He says, first of all, that wasn't part of the negotiation, so I must do nothing. Secondly, you have to be a pirate for the pirate's code, and you're not. And thirdly, the code is what you call more of guidelines than ethical rules. Welcome to the Black Pearl. So that's another thing about Barbosa is that here's another scene is where she goes free. And I'm like, basically I'm not going to explain the scene, but anyway, I am explaining the scene, but I'm not going to say the plot of this scene. But I mean, point still stands though. I know there's some comments in the chat. Bear with me, guys. But yeah, so he's like aiming a gun at the villain, and he's like, name your terms. She goes for, yeah, I already said that. So anything else? And the crew are not to be harmed. Agreed. Next thing it cuts to is him throwing the girl into the ocean. Like, Barbosa, you lying idiot! You swore she'd go free. Don't impugn my honor, boy. I agreed to see go free, but you didn't specify when or where. So he's very specific. You need to be specific with your request, or he's going to drop her off in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, damn.
And then there's a point in the movie where he literally like tries to cure them with the curse, and he's like, "How do we tell?" He shoots one of his crew, and they're still alive. Like, you were gonna kill me. Yeah. Then there's also a point where Jack is fighting Barbosa, and he's like, "You can't beat me, Jack." He just drops his sword, and then Jack just stabs him. And he's like, he takes the sword out his chest and stabs him. But yeah, Barbosa is crazy, but he's crazy in that you can see why he's the anti-Jack, because his reactions to Jack and all of his crew are how we would react in that situation regarding the elements of the movie. Like, imagine if we were in the movie, but with our real life scenarios reactions. You know what I mean?
Well, this is probably my reaction to it already.
Yeah, like, this is what you're supposed to do. That's it. And his issue is all he wants to be cured for is just to eat an apple. He literally watches, like, you'll be dining with the captain. And why? So he can watch you eat. because he wants to eat so badly. He's willing to watch people eat. And if you don't watch me eat, if you don't let me watch you eat, you get to dine with the crew, and you'll be naked. A Disney movie. Da-da-da-da-da. Great villain. Moving on.
Okay. Go to the comments. Jack Griffin. Character. Look at DC. What would you? I already got made twice. Insert name.
I mean, spoiler alert, Super.
Oh yeah, that's at the end one. No, yeah, there's the response. Super Legend also. The 8 Randall, 6 5 Davy Jones. That I know is from Pirates of the Caribbean. 4 King Candy.
On to Syndrome, I believe.
Yeah, 3 Hades. 2 Zantiri. What? Who's that one? And 1 Bill Cipher. That's from Gravity Falls, I believe. But anyway, going on. My number 4, Syndrome. Well, okay. Lucas knows why Syndrome's here. So because he's brilliant. I don't know what to say. He has control of an entire island. He has control of an Omni droid, which he does lose control of, but that's besides the point. He also has this whole vendetta against Mr. Incredible because he was told to fly home, buddy. I work alone. Which kind of a bit immature to just go on a vendetta against this one superhero because he was told to go home during Bon Voyage, was it? When Bon Voyage was attacking a bank.
Even by himself, he still got away. And it's his fault he got away. Okay.
Yeah, so with all that and just hating someone because of one line, that's immature, and Syndrome is basically a child trapped in a grown man's body, which is a reason why he's up here. Not to mention all of his gadgets and artifacts are all quite good, and of course, the most intimidating factor, I think you can agree with me here, is shh, the baby is sleeping. That is towards the end of the movie, and that's probably the most intimidating factor about him. Not to mention his death, a bit overkill, but
symbolic.
I honestly think he deserves it. And also, no capes. Don't wear capes. Well, yeah, that's all I need to say about.
Moving on to number 3, which is my shared spot.
I don't have a shared spot for number 3. Yay.
Well, you've already given 2 honorable mentions anyway, so that's what I allowed you to.
I personally think you're going to disagree with me here with who I got for number 3 here.
Maybe your shared spot is one of my numbers.
I highly doubt it.
So I need to type in one first. Oh, we'll type in the popular one first.
I don't think this number 3 is going to be even on your list. Do you think POTC?
I need to put another tab as well. And images. And type. Oop, back a letter. And that needs to be. I need to put in that. Click. Okay. Right, I'm good to go. And more comments showed up. Do you think Part 6 will come out? I would hope so, considering they're doing Davy Jones again. Yeah, when he died. What would you call the Luke Skywalker knockoff that appeared in the current Darth Vader comics? I would call it Duke Skywalker. Okay, chat. But yeah. So, number 3. Who's got... I'm going to reveal my popular one first, and then the minor one. So, right, let's get on with this. I need to pick a shot for him. I need to pick a shot. I didn't pick a shot yet. Oh, I'll go with that.
3, 2, 1, go.
Frollo.
Lotso.
Oh god, that's a bit of a downplay. Evil
No,
Judge
no,
versus the teddy bear.
no. Judge Frodo versus Lotso.
Well, Hellfire's going to win.
What's your other villain?
Oh yeah, the other one. He shares a spot with a lesser-known villain you don't know of, but I put them on the same spot because they're literally. Now, when I reveal this villain, this is a twist villain. So if you ever watch the movie, now you know the twist. And that's what pisses me off. I don't want to reveal the villain because if I do, when you watch the movie, like, I know you're a villain now. My friend's giving it away.
So you know I haven't watched the movie.
Yeah, I know you haven't. And if I reveal it,
just gonna say, if it's Treasure Planet and it's the guy with the robot hand, I already know that.
it's not him. It's not that movie.
Oh, Atlantis.
It is Atlantis. And if I reveal the character, then
I know it's a twist villain.
but you know who he is.
No, I don't know his name.
But you know what he looks like.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, then that's fine. Rourke. But yeah, the commander is the twist villain, but big surprise. I mean, I'm not really surprised at all. But yeah, so now when you watch that movie, you'll know who the twist villain is.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think you already knew probably before me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's good. I didn't ruin it. So which one do you want me to start with, Frollo or Rourke?
Well, I'm afraid this is my turn to start with the Disney villain.
I mean, when you get to me.
Oh, when we get to you, let's do Rourke first and then say Frollo for last.
All right.
So for me, Lotso. This one in my
opinion, Adam, you first of all pause. You don't like teddy bears. Not counting your own, obviously. Pookie is a thing. Remember?
Yeah, I know Pookie's a thing, but this isn't Pookie. This is now I'm going to regret saying
the guy that smells of strawberries.
I'm going to regret saying this, but this is worse than Pookie. Worse in a good way. Worse in a good way. So basically, Lotso is kind of like I don't know who to think of here. Maybe I'm going to say Scar. Just
that's a big comparison.
Ends up in an area and takes control of it and has everyone else there at his mercy as his henchmen. Scar did the same thing with the hyenas in Lion King, hence why I'm comparing it there. Big comparison. I know I should have gone with something else, but I can't think of anything. So Lotso I compared to Scar. That is the first and only time I'll ever do that. But Lotso is number 3 for the simple reason he basically sums up a toy's life. They're all trash, made to be thrown away. That's all a toy ever is. And then
have you ever done that?
Yeah. No. No, of course not. I'll never throw away a little action figure of Cinderace. Oh, sorry, I need to go a bit more notable Pokemon. How about that? But yeah, Lotso, it's like an evil authoritative figure for the daycare where he's from, and he has everyone at his control. It just makes him even more evil, in my opinion. And a little cherry on top of the cake, his life got saved by Woody and Buzz, and when he had the option to save their life, he didn't and went away.
Was that your dark moment? Is that your intimidating moment there?
The dark moment and the unforgivable moment, in my opinion.
I mean, you saw that coming, though.
I actually didn't. Remember this?
Really? Are you that naive?
This came out in 2010. I was 9 years old, and I thought, oh, the villain will turn nice at the end. It's Toy Story. Him. Where's your
kid now, Sheriff? How did you feel about that?
I was like,
oh my god.
I was like, I hate this guy.
If someone bought you a teddy bear of that there, how would you feel?
I'd chuck him straight in the bin and say, yeah, trash, get thrown away.
You wouldn't throw away something that your mom gave you or something like that, would you?
Well, if it gets broken, then I would.
Does he need to come with a cane to be perfect?
He doesn't need a cane. He can walk straight.
All right. Anything? So that's what you got to say about Lotso?
Yeah. Lotso is the #1 Pixar villain for me.
We've got some comments about the Lynxie series there. I need to read that. You want to do it? We're a bit behind.
Can you please release art for the characters in the Lynxie series?
I mean, watch the show. Unless you mean when you draw it or something, I think that's what you want. Do you think the Octon will be memorable against antagonists in Lego City if Octon was antagonist? Would you also want to buy a Lego backpack? I really haven't seen the game or stuff, so I won't know. But I'll tip chat. Now for the villains. Frollo or Rourke? We see we'll start with Rourke, so that's what I'll be doing. Now, Adam hasn't seen Atlantis, but he has been spoiled Atlantis. Before me, I didn't spoil it for him. He revealed it. He figured it out for himself or something. How did you figure out that he was the bad guy anyway?
Watch Mojo.
No, you shouldn't watch it then. Let's see. So Commander Rourke leads the expedition of Atlantis to go to Atlantis, obviously. And he's doing it for his own selfish motives, realistically. As soon as he got the journal from Iceland, he's had his eye on the crystal from the beginning. So he's been plotting, he's been convincing the crew to turn on him like Clayton was. So when they got there, it was, I think what makes him more intimidating, though, is that he threatens an entire civilization, and he doesn't care if they're going to die. He just cares about more money that he can make off it. Similar to how Bill Sykes is. What makes him more intimidating, to me anyway, and the fact that he ranks so high, is the fact that we get to see his maliciousness grow and grow. First, when he reveals himself, of course, he threatens, he punches the old king when he doesn't give him the location of the crystal that he wants. Of course, he threatens to kill the princess, as you'd expect. But the lowest of all blows, just when you think it can't get any lower. Okay, the main character is a skinny squib-like character, like yourself, like an average day guy. We're not the strongest guys in the world, are we, Adam? No, we're not. So you can. We're at a point where we can relate to the main character a lot. Also, he's played by Michael J. Fox, which is from Back to the Future, if you haven't seen. Which literally, I have the car right, Steve.
I also haven't seen that.
But yeah. So anyway, though, now imagine you're in the main character Milo's shoes, and like, his whole reason for going to this place is because like my grandfather told me stories about Atlantis when I was a kid, and I always wanted to go here. And he finally gets there because his grandfather was part of the original expedition with Rourke and all that stuff. And like, you're an idealist like your grandpa. Don't be like your grandpa, man. He was always a crackpot and all stuff. And then it gets worse because like Milo's staring him down. This is all wrong. And then like he's sick of Milo talking down to him. So I know I'm forgetting something. The cargo, the crystal, and oh yeah. Punches him, bleeds. He tries to grab his photo, cracks the frame, knocks his glasses off, wipes them, and chucks around. Now you're part of the exhibit. Walks up, let's move. And that's the moment where everyone pauses and like gets off their ass and like, this is wrong and you know it. And like, you pick now to grow a conscience. Yeah, you could have done it with the guns, but whatever. And then he's like, fine, more for me. Blows the bridge up. And then the one person that's left on his side, like, that's it. We can't go any higher unless someone wants to jump. Ladies first. You said we were in it together. You promised me a percentage. Next time, get in ring. Grabs her leg, chucks over, past some blades, and hits the ground. And she somehow survives. And says, nothing personal. And then fires a gun. Nothing personal. Explosion. He grabs the neck, Jason Voorhees style, smiles at the camera. Crazy. Now you see why he's up this high. And just when you think he's dead, he gets turned into a crystal chimera entity, even more powerful of an scream chaos explosion. That was fucked up. Now you see what I'm talking about. This causes a volcano to erupt, by the way. What the fuck?
I don't know how to react to that.
It's a what the fuck moment.
Okay.
But now you understand why this guy is tied with Frollo.
Yeah, I do understand now. We got a few more comments.
Speaking of which, Frollo! There is no reason.
Before we get to Frollo, can we go through these comments first?
Of course, sorry, I went past that.
Super Legend that was Lotso's best last line. Yep, where's your kid now, Sheriff?
Oh yeah, it was.
I absolutely agree. Insert name here. Would you ever want to include any intergalactic stuff in the Linksy series?
I mean, the Linksy series takes place on an alien planet, so anything's possible.
Jack Griffin, have any of you guys seen Shark Tale? I have seen Shark Tale.
Yeah, I have.
Not a big fan of it.
I mean, everyone hates it.
Well, not everyone. Insert name here. Will you ever do a tie-in movie, video game playthrough, or review series?
Is that similar to you?
I think that's... Well, review series is for me, I think, and video game playthroughs for you. I don't know.
Well, I'm working on doing Miles Morales when I get the PS5. I was going to do it in the PS4, but I had issues.
He added on saying, I meant old PS2 or 3 games.
Oh, okay, then I still have the PS3. PS2 I got rid of. I don't think it's possible to do walkthroughs on those ones, though.
And Super Legends asks, anyone heard a Disney villain name?
Yes, he's like... You may not know who Chernobog is, do you?
No.
Imagine the Yahoo but Disneyfied. He's basically the devil of Disney. So like all the Disney villains come from him in a way.
Okay.
There you go. That's who Chernobog. He's in Fantasia.
Last comment for now. Jack Griffin. Lotso is, in my opinion, is the best.
Yeah, I agree.
I completely agree. That's why he's up this high.
Same here. I mean, your competition isn't really that much. You've got Sid, who's like not really a villain per se. He's just doing what kids would do in realistic terms. And the second one is really Stinky Pete, and he's not compared to Lotso. He's like a lower base.
Well, okay. I didn't say Sid, to an extent, is kind of sympathetic towards because of how his dad is. Toy Story 2, Stinky Pete, just all right. Al, all right. There's a superior villain in Toy Story 2.
I don't really count Al as a villain because he's not even aware of what's going on himself.
Yeah, but ignoring Al, Zurg is the best villain in Toy Story 2.
He's not really a villain either. He's more like doing what he's in his deluded mind is.
I know, but it's still kind of funny. Plus, he rips off Star Wars. And the fourth one is Gabby Gabby, and I don't like Gabby Gabby. So lots of...
Yeah, Gabby Gabby is just... Even she's not even intimidating, because her only motive is just so she can have a voice box again. And her motives are just sympathetic like Sid's are. So it's not really a villain. It's more like a... She's only a villain when she doesn't get what she wants, really.
Yeah, there's just not much competition for Lotso here. But
so,
yeah,
I mean, it's not really a challenge. But yeah, Frollo. What do I need to say about this guy that hasn't already been said? He's sexually creepy. He's
what's the Honorable Judge experience?
He keeps a guy in prison for at least 20 years in his life. Well, actually, he does say 20 years. From 20 years. So his first act is he hates gypsies because he sees them as sin for some reason. Then the next scene is him killing the mother, I would say intentionally, for running away. And then he threatens to, because he looks like a monster, he's willing to drown said baby. It only takes someone to stop him from doing that. His next villainous act is to psychologically abuse a victim. So you're thinking that, oh, you're ugly and accept it. And that your only sanctuary is in this building throughout your entire life for 20 years. That'd be something. And then his next malicious act is once a woman hits on him, he sees that as a spell. That's not me. That was a spell she put on me. It just proves my theories are right. And then he goes crazy just searching for this woman, from sexual lust to the point of going completely insane, burning down Paris, and using Quasimodo to lure him to where the gypsies are hiding. Which I'm probably you saw that twist coming, where he was actually following him.
That's one of the twists I actually saw coming.
And then the smiles and even the little sequences like where he pretends to see Quasimodo hiding people. It's like, oh, I know something's wrong. I know there is. As he's eating the grape, and he grabs the knife. It's like, you let her escape. And then he grabs his knife like, she'll be out of our life soon enough. And he puts the knife on the fire, the symbolic reflection. I mean, he like David again. This is another villain like Hopper, where he uses his voice as his weapon, and it's intimidating. And then at the very end, like, I can save you from the flames of this world or the next. Choose me or the fire. And of course, realistic response. And then he burns in the fires of hell. It's another villain that builds and builds.
Yeah, I honestly
like Rourke, he builds on his maliciousness. His evil just keeps growing and growing.
I honestly love Judge Frollo's last line as well. And he just smites and plunge into the fiery pit. He literally plunged into the fiery pits.
Maybe God heard you.
Well, God, going back to Hellfire, God did have mercy on her, just not him.
Well, I mean, God has a thing for women.
yeah. So that's it. Eve who ate the forbidden apple. Jack Griffin.
But yeah, I know. I'm definitely positive Frollo is on your list, and we're gonna have to talk about it again. As for the most intimidating moment for Frollo, good God, for me it's the baby scene where he chucks the baby down. But for Adam,
for me everything. But if I had to pick one,
or maybe the sniffing the hair.
If I had to pick one, it's gonna be towards the end. Choose me or the fire. Right, Esmeralda's execution. That's the part which really caught me. Or maybe it was the line, but when Frodo was about to put Quasimodo out of his misery by stabbing him in the back, and he turns around and
literally.
Yeah, literally backstab. But yeah,
Frollo
is villain.
But I don't expect. I think there's going to be more to be said about Frollo with Adam later, so expect that.
Yeah, going back to the comments now, trying to keep them up. Jack Griffin, I don't really like Toy Story 4. I responded saying, I like Toy Story 4, but Gabby isn't a great villain, but her henchmen are terrifying. Yeah. Insert name here. Will you do ranking on other franchises next? And will you do villain ranking from Star Wars: The Clone Wars? Ranking on other franchises? Yes, we will. Villain ranking from Star Wars? I haven't seen Star Wars and I don't really intend to. So Lucas might, but I won't. Jack Griffin.
That is pretty obvious.
Jack Griffin responding to me. Yes, they actually look like Slappy from Goosebumps. I agree. And that is weirdly the only comparison I have to them as well, because I can't think of any other ventriloquist dolls that look like that.
Yep. And now we come down to the final two spots. Well, this is going to be a tough one. Adam, if you just say before it goes to the fun, because once I say two, one may be obvious, you have no clue. But what do you want to say? Go mine.
I have a good guess what your last two are, because I know one of them, and I would be very surprised if the other one isn't there.
All right, then. And for you, Adam, I have no clue. So when you're ready, to the countdown.
Well, before we reveal the top two, I'd just like to say it's been an honor going through this journey with you. We're nearly at the end. Okay.
We're already. This is literally the length of a Disney movie, 1:30.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. Scar syndrome.
Wow, I mean that's a comparison on its own. I knew Scar was going to be on this list because, like, it's one of the more popular choices. Syndrome, you knew was on my list. So
yeah. So I believe you're going first this time. Yeah.
Right. Syndrome. Now, why? This is probably like some ballsy comment, like, you put him above Frollo? Oh, right. That means Frollo's your number one, isn't it?
He made a good
Which is funny because you put him above Frollo and Adam's put him above you. Well, Frollo's high. He's like, so for me, Syndrome is better than Frollo, but for you, Frollo is better than Syndrome.
Can I point out most of these villains are for nostalgia purposes, and then there's Frollo, which I only seen for the first time last week, and he shot.
So you're a bit biased.
He shot his way up to number one. Just
that's a bit biased. I see it one man. That's it. Okay.
Hellfire. Bro, what can I say?
When I get to using clips in this stream thing, then things will maybe change for you, Adam. Anyway, though.
Well, I know something that will be changed. My intermission, I have to leave the call with and come back.
Right then, who's starting?
You.
Good old Syndrome. I'm Syndrome, your nemesis out of the. I'm brilliant. You talk too much.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder. I don't know what he was going to say. Like your nemesis out of the next dimension or something. I don't know what he was going to say. But anyway, I've got a comment there. Lucas is the new 2021 Suicide Squad main characters roster, and you're like, yeah, it's on my list. But yeah, Syndrome. I mean, what is there not to say about Syndrome? Hasn't already been said. Syndrome is malicious on another level compared to Rourke and Frollo. He's more very deceptive in his extremes, and the fact that he's unstable because he's like Adam says, a child in a grown man's body, kind of puts him on that level. Because like he has an island, he has weapons that can literally stop heroes in just with one finger point, and that's it. He can beat any hero with just one point of his finger. That's all he needs. And then, of course, he has a genocide thing going on for him, like Frollo does, and Rourke too. A lot of these high villains have genocide on their thing. Rourke was going to genocide Atlantis. Frollo was going to genocide Gypsy / all of Paris just to get what he wanted, and Syndrome literally. Now the thing why he's higher is that while those two attempted to do this, Syndrome did it. He genocided all the heroes apart from because he saved the best to last, obviously, and he didn't know Frozen's location and Elastigirl's location. So, but he technically did it.
Sorry, I watched it yesterday, so I know the answer. He didn't know Elastigirl's location, but he did know Frozen's.
So why didn't he go and get her?
Because Frozen's apparently more of a threat. So
okay, well, but yeah, so he's that where and he's building up the Omnidroid each level to say what he keeps building up the Omnidroid to who he thinks is the most powerful hero, his idol, which he still is in a way idolizing him, Mr. Incredible. Well, we get the Omnidroid. It takes the Omnidroid. They say it's the Omnidroid 9,000, I believe, or is it 8,000?
I don't know.
I think they say it's 9,000, but it makes no sense to me because, like, the final version we get is 10,000, and there's a middle one with the orange eye. Well, at all points it makes no sense, but whatever. And even though the Omnidroid, I was very close to putting on this list, but at the end of the day, it is built by the creators, so the Omnidroid is actually more powerful than the villain himself. But at the end of the day, it was created by Syndrome, and Syndrome himself has a lot of genocide going on for him. And another creepy thing about him is that when he learns that Mr. Incredible's family or someone he cares about is on this flight, he doesn't care. Even if there's children aboard, he's just sitting there smiling. And then
I don't think he knew it was his family. He just knew.
But he didn't really care who was on there, even if there were children on board. He was going to shoot those missiles. And then when his assistant gets captured, release me now. And I'm like, oh, that's a bit dark for you. Go ahead. And like, I'll do it. Show me. And he's willing to do it.
There's another
line.
Give us now that you bring that up, there's another line from Syndrome which is actually really intimidating to an fact. Too late. 15 years too late.
Tell that to the movie. But yeah. All that being said, from genocidal behavior, just to live his childhood dream of being a hero, he's willing to destroy the entire hero race. Just out of jealousy and spite, because he didn't get a turn. And by the way, another thing that upsets Syndrome, I should mention, is the fact that Mr. Incredible called for help when his whole thing about his shtick was, I work alone.
Help me, help. Lame.
An awesome villain have an awesome death. Syndrome had to be a number 2.
No case.
Oh.
Right.
I mean, you'll agree. I mean, I know you put him lower, but you could see why I put him high.
Yeah, I can definitely see. I knew you were going to have him high, and I knew you weren't going to. I thought you weren't going to agree with who I had at number 3, because number 4 was Syndrome. So I thought you were going to disagree with Lotso being above Syndrome, but apparently not. Okay.
Speak up a bit, Adam.
Oh, God, are we having this again?
Yep, we're having this again.
Right, okay. Ignore this brief intermission. I'll be right back.
He'll be back. He has problems with his audio again. If you can hear anything in the background, I think we're having a vacuum cleaning day again. We're almost done with this video. We're at an hour 40. Good God. Been quite a busy day, to be fair. I mean, I've had like some pop vinyls pop in here and there. I got my Freezer one though, right here. And I got Taskmaster, so I have that. Also, I have a new wall art, which I could show before Adam shows up. It is right there. Let me do this right. You can see, I can do this right there. It is like the Spider-Man wallpaper art. It's not wallpaper, it's actually portrait there, but that's pretty cool. So if I just lock the camera right. Now we just gotta wait for Adam to get back. Eventually. Hopefully. Any time now. I mean, Adam, you already knew about it. All right, I'm adding Adam back.
I'm back.
Better?
I'm back. Yeah.
Can you hear yourself?
Yes, I can hear myself. I just.
All right.
You're funny. I just comment.
We only have. Oh, now what?
What?
I had a phone call. Tell me that audio isn't picked up on there.
It wasn't. No. Hold on. I just.
We only have.
No, it doesn't go through. It didn't go through.
Oh, thank God for that. If I did, my copyright thing would go up. Well, I'm not going to tell you my reaction is.
Right. Anyway, back to
Favorite Beast Quest book.
Oh, favorite Beast Quest book.
Jakara, bye.
More Sykes.
Moving on, Scar.
Scar. Best villains. But to start things off, I'm hearing it. Sorry, give me a minute to compose myself. I'm just going to need to quickly leave and dry.
Okay, it was an awkward moment there. Right, guys, we're waiting on Adam again. Still here to talk about Scar. Hopefully, he will be back to finish the video, as we're almost at the end. There he is. I'm doing it a bit faster this time. Click. What I do want. Adam, you back? Wait 1 second. There we go.
Am I back? Can you hear me?
You are back. Can't you see yourself?
Yeah, I can see myself. I don't hear the echo anymore.
And your audio is better too.
Yay, we got it sorted. Non-special Beast Quest. What is your favourite? Topics. Done. Yeah, but okay, Scar, finally. Let's try and get into this.
Silver, bye.
Right. Oh gosh, need to think. Well, first of all, let's start with the villain song for Scar. Be Prepared. Easily one of.
You can't hear any background noise on my end, can you?
Not a lot, no.
That is the vacuum cleaner. My sister has an obsession.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, good. If she hears that, she's gonna. Whatever.
Anyway,
she didn't hear. You didn't hear anything. Well, probably didn't.
Okay.
Moving on.
Be Prepared is one of, if not the best Disney villain song, second only to Hellfire. But yeah, along with that, Scar was able to get on his side a bunch of hyenas,
If
Can
you're
you not
wondering
hear
why
me?
I'm doing this, just so I can hear, because I'm trying to get past that vacuum. Carry on.
Okay, so I'm just checking now I can hear myself in the video, which I can. What else was it? Okay, let's skip from Be Prepared, which was amazing, to Scar's death. His own henchmen turned against him because he turned against them. And even though the camera pans up right before he's about to get mauled by the hyenas, it's showed on the silhouette, kind of like Clayton's death,
Oh
that
boy.
did get attacked by the hyenas and died from them. Is everything all right over there? Everything all right?
What?
Is everything all right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Just asking, because I feel like you probably didn't hear me. Oh my god. Technical difficulties.
Hopefully, when this gets edited, I can hear that audio, or I'll have to tweak it up louder.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, I think she's coming this way. Yeah, she is.
There's nothing really much else to say about Scar.
Damn it.
Apart. Okay. There's nothing really much else
Why?
to say about.
Why? I'm not talking to you. Oh God. I apologize for any inconvenience this may cause to your journey, live chat. Chloe is very, very sorry. Very sorry indeed. I apologize for Chloe in every possible way. We do not mean any indulgences for this may cause to your journey. Feel free to talk to Adam until actually I don't want to end because if I do, I need to call back. No, sis, I'm just recording. I'm sorry. I did tell you. Goodbye, Chloe.
Can I just
bye. Yeah, bye. You didn't hear anything, did you?
No.
Good. You're being honest, right?
Yeah, I'm being honest.
Good, because this is going to be on the recording if it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, by the way,
anywho, we're almost done with this. Did you say everything you wanted to on Scar?
I was waiting for you to finish. I literally said in the comments, I'll wait.
No, not now. Not you. Carry on.
So, as I said, Be Prepared, and his death was amazing for Scar. And his whole manipulation...
I didn't say anything. No. Ignore.
Do you need to put your microphone on mute whilst I'm talking here?
You didn't hear anything, right?
I didn't hear anything. You just randomly just pointed out, you didn't hear anything. Anyway, but Scar is...
But yeah, you're seriously, you didn't hear it.
Yeah, I'm being serious.
All right.
You done?
Yeah, don't do this to me, Adam, seriously.
Right. Scar is manipulative, was able to somehow tell Simba that Mufasa's death was his fault, and intimidating moment, run away, Simba, and never return. Along with the whole Shakespearean vibe, Scar gives off, easily one of my favorite villains, and I'll be surprised if this villain isn't on Lucas's number one. No pressure.
Number one?
But with that being said, let's go to number one.
Number one, final spot for us, and then we can end the video.
Yeah, and yes, I agree, Jack. It does show how much you want to speak.
Alright, let's see. I need to check this character in, and I'm looking it up. I know who your number one is now, so yeah, you can go first if you want to.
I'd say it's no surprise. Hellfire, Darkfire. Judge called Frodo's number one.
You're probably wondering who would I rank higher than Frollo and Syndrome.
Right, well, my prediction is either Scar or it's Ursula. And I haven't seen The Little Mermaid, but I know Ursula's a great villain.
And if it's none of them?
Then I do not know who it could be. Is it from a movie I've seen, though?
No. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's happened. Oh, there we go. It's better. I'm good to go.
Okay, well, I already revealed Judge Frodo.
Oh, sorry, I didn't reveal. And the final villain for me, the most intimidating villain of all villains of Disney is
3,
this
2, 1.
guy.
Oh, it's the guy from the Black Cauldron. Okay.
I mean, he wants to raise an army of undead.
I mean, I recognize him at least. So
Yes.
at least I recognize.
The best villain for me is the Horn King, who wants to raise an undead army.
And number one for me is someone that just wanted to burn down all of the gypsies.
That puts Frollo to shame.
Yeah, unfortunately he does. But
anyway, who's going first?
That'll be me. Something that Frodo has over the Horned King, though, is Frodo's actually popular.
No, that's a shame.
Come on, to be fair, Black Cauldron was one of Disney's biggest flops in the office.
Which is a shame, too.
It's from the Dark Ages, okay?
Well, that also fits with the Horn King, then.
Well, oh, yeah, it does, doesn't it? But Frodo being number one, as I already said with Shan Yu and what Lucas said with Syndrome, what has not already been said about this guy? He is manipulative, evil, very persuasive, and he uses his voice and words as his main weapon. Not to mention, his villain song is one of the best villain songs there are, and probably showing his descent into sin and lust, technically. And also with all the hints towards, I don't want to say this, I don't want to say the word, but to illegal activities regarding Esmeralda, and also killing Quasimodo's mother, then attempts to drown Quasimodo, but then being stopped by apparently being watched over by the gods.
To be fair, it was the arch-vegan, but whatever.
Yeah, but okay, leave me alone. It's an amazing villain he is, and right from the first scene he was in, he instantly made an impact on me. Not to mention, there's a scene where he's just interrogating a couple of people on the outer skirts of Paris, accusing them of hiding gypsies, and then puts them under house arrest to instantly say to his soldiers, "Burn it." And I was like, "Oh,
I care about the baby."
I was not expecting. I honestly,
well, you didn't expect that.
No, I didn't. It caught me off guard.
But you already saw him try to kill a baby.
Yeah, but I was like, he wouldn't burn down these people. He put them under house arrest. That's punishment enough. Burn it. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. It caught me off guard, and like I said, the most intimidating factor from him is choose me or the fire. And of course, his death ways literally staring the devil into the eyes, which was the face of a gargoyle, but shaped itself into the devil.
If this was a reaction thing between the two of us, would you have just done your normal thing of like just stand there and do this, or would you have actually reacted?
I would have reacted to that, really.
You actually reacted to that.
It's something that I wouldn't have seen coming. And
now I wish we had done a reaction. You should have told me. I wanted to see the face reaction.
And as Frodo said, he plunged into the fiery pits. He wasn't referring to himself, but that's what gods chose, and that's what the devil chose as well.
All right then, and we're almost at 2 hours in. Good God, Jesus! Final the Horn King. What? Well, the sad thing is, what about him?
I don't know about Horn King. I haven't seen a Black Cauldron.
No, I thought you were talking about Frodo still. But yeah.
Frodo.
Anyway, though, final villain, Horn King. So this guy is creepy. Have you ever seen anything of this guy at all?
I know he is probably the most. He's probably one of the most intimidating looking villains. I haven't seen the Black Cauldron though.
He's also voiced by the Doctor.
Which one?
John Hurt.
Oh, really?
War Master, the War Don, the one, the 50s special, the old one. When before Eccleston's Doctor was that old guy.
Oh yeah, John Hurt. Yeah, that's the War Doctor.
Oh yeah, And he is intimidating. When I show the clips, we're gonna have, you'll understand what I mean. Soon the Black Cauldron will be mine. Its evil power will cost you my veins.
Oh. Okay.
What did I step into? And he's obsessed with making an army of undead. He wants to kill the world. What are you? You're not even human. No. But
well, obviously,
did someone
he's not
send you here? Who is this Skeletor guy? Who wants death on the world to make it a zombie virus apocalypse? But the thing is, humans are siding with him. Probably out of fear. But like, and when he does get what he wants, he kills his own men to turn them into zombies too. And he's willing to go whatever lengths he needs to get that, to find the cauldron that will rise his army to the undead. So, he can be the king of the undead. And I'm like, okay, no other villain can beat that. Intimidation factor, you've won it. I can't really. I mean, you can see why he would be the winner of intimidation, because Frollo is good, Syndrome is good, but this guy is rotten to the core. Even his death says that. I mean, so you know what his death is? It gets worse than Glayton. Ripping off his flesh.
I was about to say, didn't he get sucked into the Black Cauldron?
Yeah, ripping off his own flesh.
Damn. To be fair, when I saw Sin at number 2, I was like, damn, number 1 must be very damn good.
You may need to watch the Black Cauldron now.
Well, first of all, I need to go through. What was it? There was Maleficent, Sleeping Beauty to watch.
Oh, Sylvester's a bit biased, but he has pet dragons that look like Furno/Wardock. So,
Wardock's not a dragon, though. He's a wyvern.
Well, yeah, he has, but he calls them griffins, even though they're wyverns or whatever. Okay. Now, to be fair, I'm not going to go into detail about wyvern, but still. That's what I've got to say, my villain. So that was our ranking of the Disney villain top 10. How was this video for you, Adam?
Well, apart from
long it was.
Apart from the technical difficulties, this was, I believe, our second longest live stream that we did together. The first one is the ranking the specials, and the shortest one is the top 20 books. My
only hope is that when you were talking about Scar or something, is that vacuum didn't get cut over your audio?
Yeah, I had to do a couple of repeatings. I didn't hear the vacuum at all on the video, but not long anyway. But after I did start hearing it, I was like, okay, I'll just wait. So,
oh boy! So hopefully I'll get that audio raised. Comments in the chat.
The comments. Yeah, Jack just responded something to add on to Frodo, or as you said, Adam, a gargoyle, but not a gargoyle. It's a gargoyle, but morphed its head into the shape of the devil. That's what Disney sees the devil as, clearly. It's a perfect fit. It's a perfect end to Frodo. That's all I can say about that.
It is.
But that being said, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, well, thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully, you guys stuck in tune for this 2-hour-long video, which I wasn't expecting this video to be 2 hours long. I mean, Adam, well, neither did I. But that's how it is for us. That's how it turns out. I will be trying to edit the video to add the clips and stuff in there, so obviously expect that. I'll upload it to my channel first, see if it goes well. If it does, then I'll re-upload it to the... There's an MHU one on both channels, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you so much. And don't forget, guys, if you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe to Adam's channel, and especially Adam Thrones Archive channel, because I know he's already got subs on the Adam Thrones channel, but I think right now you would like more you want subs on the Archive channel more because you wanted to get equal, right?
Yeah, would be nice.
Well, yeah, that'd be all from me, from Adam. Speaking of videos that you can expect from us, obviously customs from me. Well, I'm not sure when, but they will show up. Adam, what you got for your channel?
Battle of the Beast Round 2, and I don't know if Lucas is willing to do a collaboration for it, but it will be a top 10 Disney villain songs or top 10 Disney songs in general. that I'll be doing.
Yeah, we were discussing through this about what future top 10s we'd be doing, so hopefully we'll get to that. Hopefully you can expect those some point in the future. And I'm hoping to do to watch movies with Adam, not on commentaries obviously because he quitted that, but still I'd rather watch them because like if he reacted to Hunchback and Give It Up, I'm waiting to see those reactions. That's what I'm looking for. If I don't get them, it's a shame, but whatever.
Call me out like
I'm
that.
still ticked off at you, Adam. You didn't tell me we could have done a reaction for that on Hunchback. Shame on you.
Well, I didn't expect to do reactions. I thought I was just like straight through the entire thing. Then Frollo came in, and I was like, "Oh wow, okay."
Maybe you should have paused it, Lucas. Can you watch this with me?
Lucas, watch this with me. I'm scared.
I mean, you didn't need me to project. Okay, we're talking. I'm gonna call you back after the stream because it's 2 hours long. Right, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And that'll be it from me and Adam. That being said, peace out.